Hi, I'm Riley Zimmerman, and this is my future classroom. This classroom is set up for music theory. As you can see, I have my typical teacher area where I'll be up in front of the class. The projector, of course, is used for many things, mainly, of course, to teach new materials for a larger setting. As you can see, the students are all sitting at round tables. You could seat about 4 students to a table, so it's typical classroom size. I really enjoy having students at a round table rather than their own desks because it puts people together in groups. They're always in groups. They're always able to communicate with each other. They get to know each other day by day as they have the class. And it also allows them to collaborate as they learn together. As I'm teaching here on the circle rug in front of everybody, some students will gather information a lot faster than other students. This will give those students a chance to notice that the other students are struggling, and it could give them an opportunity to try and explain to them the subject matter that I'm trying to teach, which is good because the students will have an opportunity to have some teaching. And they can develop friendship that way, which is really good for the classroom setting. And of course, since they're all in groups, it makes it a lot easier for me to see the tables who have, as a group, problems understanding the material that I'm trying to teach. So it isolates the problems and allows me to get to them faster, and it kind of gives them a sense of one-on-one teaching as well, even though it's a large group. And you can see here that I have kidney tables and square rugs with easels. I plan on using these spots as presentation spots for students. In music theory, they'll be learning how to understand music in a different way and like how it's written and how it's composed. Well, sometimes this might encourage students to be able to present some things that they understand. And in this way, it's limited space to the area, so you can only have so many students in each area. This will kind of take off the pressure of presenting, so it'll kind of ease students into giving a presentation. So it'll be 1 on 6 or 1 on 4, or maybe just their group. They can present to their group even, and the easel will be a good spot for them to like post up music and have things for them to talk about, rather than a big projector in front of all these students. And I think it's kind of important to be able to present in a smaller group versus a large group. And there will be some times where they'll be on the circle rug and actually teaching in front of the whole group. This is a good way to get them started and to kind of break the ice and get them used to presenting. As you can see here, I have 2 computers. It could be very useful for using applications that are applicable to music, or any kind of music education or music theory or anything at all. Sometimes it's good to have computers in the classroom because they could help with other subjects if there's downtime or anything like that. It's always good to have technology in the classroom, of course. And you can see here I have a station that is for musical performance. As a teacher, I'm learning how to teach as well, but I would like to be inspiring when I become an educator through my profession of performance on piano. I feel it has more of an impact to the students if the music that they need to hear is live and performed with emotion, and they can see that being presented through somebody who's actually worked hard to perform a piece, rather than just hearing it through a recording or seeing a video through the projector. So this will give children a chance to be inspired and be moved by what they're trying to learn. And I tried to make it even more easier by giving them a comfortable area to enjoy the music. And it doesn't always have to be me that performs. It could also be students that have worked hard. And of course the piano will be movable. It'll probably be on wheels, so you can push it out of the way and students can perform on other instruments, or they could sing. if they're so comfortable to, or whatever the criteria is that I'm trying to teach might lend itself to. Of course, I have storage area here. You never know when you might need to store something useful. And shelves for textbooks, text material, or things for music, of course. Yes, and this is my future classroom. I just really wanted to emphasize collaboration and getting to know each other, and I just wanted to break up the isolation that happens between students in every class, where they're all in rows and desks, and I feel sometimes that can be distracting. It's kind of hard to keep your attention span on a teacher when all they're doing is talking up front and the students are isolated by themselves, and it lends itself pretty easy to become disconnected to what it is you're trying to learn. So by keeping them in groups, it's very helpful in keeping their attention. And it seems to hold true. Yes, and that's my emphasis. And this is a future music theory classroom.